As I said last week, I was breaking up the answer to Abigail's question about publishing into two parts. Last week, I talked about traditional publishing. This week, I'm going to be talking about self-publishing. Now, self-publishing was not my choice. What happened was my publisher was just dipping their toes into fantasy and speculative fiction back in 2009. And even though the first book of the Outlawn series had sold within the top 20 percentile nationwide, they balked at doing the rest of the series, which surprised my agent and I because I already had people asking me for book 2, and book 1 hadn't even been out 6 months yet. So my agent said, you have two choices. You could wait for me to find you another publisher, which could take 12 to 18 months, or you could self-publish. Well, I didn't want to make people wait another year to year and a half, so I decided to venture into the world of self-publishing. However, that meant everything fell onto my shoulders. So Abigail, you're going to need to be ready to shoulder the entire responsibility for the project from the conception of writing to when it is published. But not only the publishing aspect, you'll also be responsible for marketing and promotion. So when it comes to self-publishing, that is when you do need an editor. You need as many beta readers and people that can help you with grammar and story structure as possible, because it can cost a good deal of money for an editor as well as for your cover design, and if you want it in print, you're going to have it typeset. Even for an ebook, you're going to need somebody to professionally put it in a form for Kindle, Nook, iBooks, Apple, whichever platform you want to use, or all of them. I try to use all of them. And everyone is different. So understand, it's going to be time consuming. You're not just a writer, you are now the publisher. You are now responsible for this, and it's a lot of work. Now, I have been blessed with the fact that my husband is a graphic designer, and so he has taken care of all my covers, the posters and banner you see behind me, all our promotional material of postcards and bookmarks and everything else that we use. So I've been blessed with that. He is also good at typesetting them. So he typesets all my books and does all the ebooks as well. But if you were to have to totally pay everybody to do that, you could be looking at thousands of dollars to put the book out. Now, when it comes to selecting print material, and this is why most people go to ebooks, because you can just, boom, put it up to Kindle and they just download it and you're done. But if you want to do print books, not only with the cover design and the typesetting, you need to figure out how are you going to do it. Are you going to find a printer that'll print you off a bunch of copies? But many printers don't do what are called short runs, which are under 500 copies. That's why print on demand, or POD, has become so popular, because you can just load it up to a place such as CreateSpace or Ingram or some other, and they will print one book. If a person buys it, they will just print that book and ship it out. Or if you, the author, need something for an event, like I do events, I order as many copies as I need just for the events, and I sell for those. But POD is different, because POD, the price doesn't change whether I order one book or I order 100 books that I need copies of. That doesn't change. Unlike with a printer, the more you want from a printer, the price of the book will change because it's cheaper for them in setting up the publishing, the digital publishing one time. So that's a short answer in regard to self-publishing. It's very difficult. I mean, I have to do the promotion. I've got to have a platform to talk to people, online, offline, whatever. So if you go the self-publishing route, you have to count the cost. You have to be willing to dedicate a lot of time and a lot of effort to it. And I actually find events extremely rewarding. And most of the people that have sent me the questions, I have met personally at events. And that warms my heart to know that there's that connection and they feel they can come to me and ask me questions. And I so enjoy interacting with people and getting those questions. And so that's why I thought I'd try this series where I talk to you rather than blog it or type it down in response. So I hope you have enjoyed this series. And if you do have any other questions, please feel free to either email me, put these in the comments on this Facebook page, send me a private message, or whatever. But now we have come to the end of this series. And I thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. Now may you have a blessed day.